Hey guys, I'm John Setzler. Welcome back to Atlanta Grill Company. Today we are going to fire up a couple of grills and we're going to do a reverse sear on a huge Tomahawk Ribeye. So let's get started. We're going to get this party started with this monster cowboy steak, Tomahawk. This is 3 1/4 pounds, and it's just huge. So what I'm going to do is I am going to smear a little bit of Worcester sauce on this, and I'm using this Bear & Burton's W sauce from Atlanta Grill Company, and then we're going to season this guy liberally with our Himalayan Sherpa. And when I get all sides of that guy seasoned, we're going to put that back in the refrigerator and let that guy dry brine in the fridge overnight. I'm going to fire up the bark, and we're going to let this guy preheat to a temperature of about 225 degrees before I come back out and put that massive tomahawk on here. Okay guys, our grill is up to temp, so I'm gonna crack this guy open. I'm gonna let you have a look at this huge tomahawk that we had. This thing's looking beautiful, so I'm gonna set it right here in the middle, and I'm gonna put a temperature probe in here because we're gonna cook. I'm shooting for somewhere in the neighborhood of 115 to 120 on the first stage of this cook, so we'll be back shortly. While our tomahawk's finishing up on the BARQ pellet smoker, I'm going to get going here on my PK300 Aaron Franklin. I'm going to get some charcoal going here that I can spread out in this grill so we can do our final sear right here. Okay, this charcoal is ready to dump, so I'm going to dump it out here, and we'll get this guy leveled out. I'm just going to kind of spread that coal out and get a nice even layer, but I want a thick layer, and I think that's going to be just about perfect. I'll set my grill in place here, and then I'm just going to close the lid while we get the steak ready. Okay guys, we're up to temp. I'm up to 115 degrees in there, which is where I want to stop this. We're going to take this off and we're going to let it rest for about 10 minutes before we move on. While that steak's resting, I'm going to make a little schmear to go on there with a little bit of mayonnaise and a little bit of Worcestershire sauce. I'm just going to dump a little bit of that Worcestershire sauce in there, and I'm going to stir that up, and we're going to use that as a schmear on this steak that's going to help us produce an amazing crust on that when we sear it. So I've let this rest for about 10 minutes, and we're going to put our smear on there, and like I said, I'm going to rub a thin coat of this all over the exterior surfaces of this tomahawk. And what this is going to do is it's going to help us form a beautiful crust on this steak. So I have a super nice hot bed of coals here on the PK grill, so we're going to get started. We're going to lay that guy on there, we're going to sear it, and we're going to keep it moving. We're not going to let it sit still very long. We'll give this guy a flip. Like I said, it does not take long to finish this off once it has already cooked. So we're going to go ahead and give it another flip. Just like I said, we'll keep it turning, and we'll hit it again, and we'll flip it again, and I think we're coming pretty close to being done here. That's looking really good. I'm gonna get just a little bit of char on the edges there. And guys, we're gonna pull that over here and we're gonna let it rest again for about another 10 minutes. Okay guys, I've let this rest, so we're gonna go ahead and get this guy off the bone so we can have a look at it. So I'm gonna take the bone off and we're gonna set that aside. And then let's just start in the middle. I want you to have a look at this. That, my friends, is a beautiful cook. I'm gonna slice a couple of more pieces out of this. Man, that looks beautiful. Oops, don't drop your knife. I want you just to have a look at that, man. That is absolutely gorgeous. So guys, you're gonna have to give this technique a try. I'm gonna have a little taste here. I'm gonna peel just a short piece of that off and let's try it. Oh boy. Guys, that is fantastic. You're gonna have to give this a shot. Let me know what you think. Until next time, this is John Setzler with Atlanta Grill Company.